There are people who told me they tried like 30 times, for example, which is, I don't know, which is a lot, because trying the game is not like so easy. There's a lot of physical strength needed, like a lot of energy that you need, so like psychologically and physically, so it's very exhausting. The game is when you try to cross the border. So the guys say, I'm going for the game.
I think usually at night, yeah, they have to run a lot through the jungle, as we could see here on the side, and yeah, cutting fences. I think there are different ways to try the game.
They can try with trucks, they can try on foot, they can try with boat, like on the river. I would say these three methods are the most common ones. We don't work with asylum seekers, we work with people who are living outside of the camps.
We consider them as people and not as their statue. And actually they don't have really a statue right now, and we don't want to see them as refugees or migrants. We don't want to put them down like they are guys. It's, yeah, make them as a normality statue. Most of the guys we meet are from Pakistan, a few are from Afghanistan, and really less people are from India or Sri Lanka. But it's really not the majority. I think I met 5% from India and from Sri Lanka. There are around 16 to 76, I think the older I met is 76 years old, from Afghanistan.
But with pushbacks, they are happening all the time. It can happen often without any physical violence.
I didn't see anyone the day after, but yeah, a few days after, and you could see wounds from the fence. You could see here big blue areas from which police has beaten. Or I never saw dog bites, but they told, yeah, there are dogs. They use dogs.
They're pushed back in the place that police feels like putting them in, which often is Shid, from what I heard. They often push them back in Shid, the Croatian police. I think a lot of them come back to the same place because there is a community there. They have, they know the place, they know the people. It is in a way still a safer place for them than other places, so I think often they come to the same spot, yeah. On a daily basis in Rigardu, we usually, our day starts by preparing the van. So basically putting all the stuff that are needed for the day on the field in the van, and then we go to different spots.
We call it spot, it's like illegal camp.
We go to the spot that's in that day, and we provide showers for people. That's the main thing. And with showers it also comes after a shower we exchange underwear, so they give us dirty underwear, we give them clean t-shirts, pajamas. We also give jumpers. We also have a beauty salon. Basically it has razors, tissues, body lotion, these razor machines, nail clippers, so they can do the whole thing. They can cut their hair, we have hair oil, they can shave, they can basically do whatever they want to make themselves look like the way they want.
Here you can see our water tank. It's filled up until this line. At the moment when we start showering it should be full. The water goes through these pipes in the water pump. We can make it warm, and then when it comes here to the showers will be up here with these tents, and above here we've got different clothes. As you can see, towels, underwear and stuff the guys need. So we offer the showers, and that's for everybody. And I think if there's someone who wants to talk about something, he can always come. And all of us, I think we have got open ears and listen. And there are different kinds of listening, only personal listening. telling personal stories and doing violence report, it's different because you need to write everything down. You have to ask about details, about numbers, how many persons are involved, how many policemen are involved, had they dogs, had they this and that.
When someone said that he's pushed back, we spoke about it and we see what happened, and after we speak about the report, like what we are doing, then we explain them that it's not a legal thing against the police that we will do, but it's just a collecting report about what happened for them on the border, and more there is people speaking about it, then more it can have an impact on it. But directly it will not have any impact on this person. And then if this person agree about it, then we do the report. And we have a form to fill. Some person recorded it and some person write down. We ask them if it's okay for them to do it, and sometimes it's a bit complicated, then we really need a privacy place to do it and comfortable, like they really need to feel comfortable about it. It can be difficult for them to be recorded because sometimes they can be afraid. If someone hears their voice, then to be recognized or anything, then more often it's easier to just write it down.
The physical violence is usually like not that strong. Like I think it's becoming more and more psychological violence, which doesn't leave any marks on your body. So the actual injuries from physical violence, there are not so many of them because, like I said, it's not so strong. I think it's more about psychological connected to physical, so it's more like a threat, like you're so powerless, you don't have a voice, I can do whatever I want with you, but doesn't mean I'm actually gonna do it. We usually there are a lot of injuries, but usually they're from like trying the game, so walking in not good shoes for days, like cuts from trying to cross the border.
There is a website where we collect all the police violence, and it's about the Balkan route. On this website you can have the map and see like how many reports there is at this place and this place and this place, and all the reports are anonymous and you can read it, like everyone can read it on the website.
I think they continue to try from the same reasons that they left their country of origin, because they want to get to Europe for whatever reason that is. And when they're here, they are so close to it and they already invested so much money and time and energy and lost so many stuff, like, you know, like scars that are like mental scars that are gonna be there for life, that they cannot just give up and go back. Like if you invest so much stuff and you're so close, you will just try it. You will not give up at the end.
At this time, people are moving down to Bosnia. A month ago, it was approximately 200 people around. Now it's really going down. We used to go on 4 spots. One spot left with 25% around and another one with 3% in it. The biggest spot we used to go was 50% last month, and now there is around 20-30% because they all left and one was evacuated. Then the police bring around 80% to a closed camp in the south of Serbia.
I think most of the people who are not in the camps, they could be in the camps if they would want to, and they choose to be outside of the camps. I think that's true, but like the reasons why they choose to be outside of the camps are, like, I don't think it's that simple. So saying, oh, like nobody wants to live in the jungle, in the tent, like the conditions are really bad, nobody wants to live in abandoned houses without running water, if they wouldn't be a valid reason why you choose to do it. So I don't think it's fair to make it sound like, oh, it's their own choice, because it's not really your choice in a way, you know.
At this moment we don't really have contact with the police. A few months ago, like a month or 2 months ago, they used to come sometimes on the spot. They just ask us our ID and ask us what we are doing and leave.
Behind us, that's a place where refugees try to start the game.
And they just looked at us, look at us with the glasses, with the stop arrows. Yeah. And then we said we go back, and then they watched the direction too. So I think they saw you sitting here. I don't know. It's a strange feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Even if we don't do anything illegal, they make us feel it, that it's legal.
They make us feel so uncomfortable there.
I would say, in my experience, more than 50% of Europeans are very racist towards refugees. Like, for example, just the other day when I was talking with one guy, and he asked me, like, in Serbian, and he asked me, like, but is it like really like afraid, I don't know, like, is it true that these refugees here are like want to stay in Serbia? And like the way he asked me was like he was afraid of it, and I told him, no, it's not true. Everybody wants to get away from here. Like, people pay a lot of money to get from Serbia. Trust me, nobody wants to stay here. I never asked them, why did you leave your country? Because for me, this is my personal guideline when it comes to working with refugees or immigrants or whatever you want to call them. I don't ask this question because I think it's disrespectful. I think that this is the question they get asked so many times. I think if you ask this question, you cannot stop being in the position of judging. So now tell me your reasons. If they're okay, then you deserve to be here. If they're not, you don't deserve to be here. And I really hate to give them this energy to think like that. So I don't care. Like, they're people, they have the right to come to Europe as I have the right to travel in their countries. Yeah, maybe I need visa, I can get visa in 1 week like this, but they cannot get it, and it's not fair because just because I was born here, I don't deserve more stuff. Everybody has the right to be anywhere they want. They have the right to be treated with respect and dignity, so I don't really care why they're here. It doesn't matter for me.